Leia joins the mission in Poe Dameron issue 21. On Cato Neimoidia, Lor San Tekka still finds himself the prisoner of Poe Dameron, who hopes he is comfortable in his rather lavish prison cell and tells the captured man he is lucky to be there. Lor disagrees since the Baron has no right to hold him without a trial. Dameron says that thanks to his own form of the justice system on the planet, Lor will get a trial. Their talk is cut short by the arrival of an expensive looking ship that the Baron does not recognize. Knowing Baron Rhea is meeting with someone significant, Dameron doesn't recognize the woman, but Lor does, revealing it to be Leia Organa. On Dakar, Poe and Snap are on a training run through the planet's ruins. While they fly in and out of the ruined cities, Poe asks Snap about the situation with him and Care. Snap explains that they broke up since Care saw him as a distraction from the fight against the First Order. Their talk is cut short by a dead end in the ruins, which Poe blows through and flies through, leaving Snap to wonder if he got caught in the falling rubble, only to see Black Leader burst through the destroyed wall. With the test of his new modifications properly done, Poe leads Snap back to the base. On Cato Neimoidia, Leia presents a vast collection of her mother's elegant dresses, which she hopes the Baron will keep safe for her in his secure vaults. Leia orders Baron Rhea to show her around the vaults and how they work, and not wanting to upset the princess, the Baron takes her to the vaults. Back at the Resistance base, Jess is met by BB-8, who wants to know how Jess's new modifications to get her ship to fly without an astromech will work. The pilot frustratingly says that it needs to work since none of the droids want to be her partner thanks to her track record. Jess gets back to work on the modifications, but they aren't working out, causing BB-8 to bring Jess the IV astromech, who agrees to fly with her, making Jess very happy. Brought to the Baron's throne room for his trial, Lor is forced to defend himself on his actions, saying the device he was trying to find in the vault is of great importance to the history of the Force, dating back to when the light side and the dark side were united. Telling the Baron that he has dedicated his life to the knowledge of the Force, he thinks that the fight between the light and the dark can come to an end, and that they could both work together, and perhaps this device in the vault can help. Hearing his confession, the Baron hands down a guilty verdict, saying Lor will be executed shortly. The man protests the verdict, but the Baron isn't interested as he has more important things to deal with. Back in the vault, Leia is taken on a tour of the most secure vault on Cato Neimoidia. Rhea and his guards are suddenly attacked by other battle droids, forcing Leia and Suralinda to take up blasters and defend themselves from the attacking battle droids, whom they learn are actually working for Baron Dameron, who has come to perform a hostile takeover of sorts of Baron Rhea's assets, including Leia's business. Dameron says that his vaults are much more suited for the princess's items and more secure than Rhea's recently breached vault. Leia sees his point, awarding the contract to Dameron. As Leia's items are moved into Dameron's vaults by his droids, she contacts Poe, telling him her plan went off perfectly and that they are inside Dameron's vault. Poe Dameron issue 21 took Lor San Tekka's story and turned it on its head slightly by making it kind of like a heist-like story involving Leia Organa now. It's really exciting to see a older Leia getting in on the missions, and in such a cool way as well that sort of ties prequel trilogy stuff like Cato Neimoidia, the Neimoidians, references to her mother's dresses and stuff that we've seen in the films, with the sequel trilogy stuff, since this is just set before The Force Awakens, so all the Lor San Tekka stuff, Poe Dameron and all that sort of stuff. It's really interesting what they're doing with the book. The device Lor is seeking seems really interesting, and I think it might actually play a role in the new film, since it teases in this issue that it has something to do with the light and the dark and how they used to work together. So maybe that's something that's going to be appearing in the film, since the trailers heavily hinted at maybe light and dark are going to work together to defeat a common evil or something. So I'm very interested to see what this device is, whether it's a holocron or some other weird device that we've been hinted at in like the Aftermath books and stuff that's been going on in the canon of Star Wars lately. Very interested to find out. The one thing that I'm kind of peeved at it with this story is that we're diving into Lor San Tekka's background and his history, and it makes me wish that he didn't die in The Force Awakens and was like a mainstay character, because he is really interesting and I really want to know more about this Church of the Force worshipper guy and like what his deal is and how he became all this sort of stuff. And we've sort of had hints at it before, but I'd really like to know a little bit more. I'm going to give this issue an 8. 8.5 out of 10. Hey everyone, thanks for watching my newest video. If you enjoyed it, you might also like to check out my other reviews here on my channel. You can also follow me on various social media platforms like Twitter by searching Matt_FOS, or even join the Comic Multiverse Discord server and chat with other comic book fans, including myself and Joel from Cape Joel. Want cheap comics and trades? Head over to the book depository with the link in the description to get the cheapest trades and comics around, along with free shipping anywhere in the world. Until next time, this has been Matt of the Fortress of Solitude. Thank you so much for watching.